Hello, everybody. What's up? We are still... I should keep track of how many days I've done this. We are still stuck in the lab. Will we ever see freedom? Will we ever see the sun again? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started in just a second, and we have some champion stuff to talk about today, chat. In fact, in a little bit, I think I want to watch the new trailer that came out today. It's only 6 minutes long. I haven't watched it yet, so we'll watch that as soon as more people file in. We did get a date. We did get a release date, the 8th. Early April. I was expecting more mid to late April. It was kind of a surprise. All right, let's start. Let's just start logging these boys, chat. They're both in the 3Ks. Charmander halfway to a little over halfway to 4K. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I knew they would drop the Champions trailer and release date just randomly. They were just waiting for a random Tuesday to be like, okay, you guys, here you go. They were like, well, this Tuesday. "6 days till you're 30. Welcome to the club. We're starting off early with a female Mander, but she's bashful. Charmander. More like Fraudmander. Get us out of this lab, chat. If you're still shiny hunting your starter, chat, I feel your pain. I've had the duality. One that shows up really fast, and then one that takes more time. It would come as a tweet on a random Tuesday. They love that. They love that. Let's just release some information on a random Tuesday, you know? You got your Moltres, congrats! Moltres definitely doesn't have my favorite legendary shiny, but I think it's a better shiny. It's completely outdoes Zapdos. Get it at 4K. I would be a-okay with getting it at 4K. I'd be down. We found out a few new competitive abilities, too. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I did see people talking about it on Twitter. Emborn Nation. I'm so sorry. Yeah, when more people file in, we'll watch the trailer. I've also seen some people saying that they think the graphics continue to improve, which is good, because when they first revealed champions, that looked like buns. It looked like buns. I almost skipped Zapdos famously when I got it in Dynamax Adventures. I looked at it and I said, is this a shiny? No. And then I checked it because I was smart. I checked it and I was like, oh shit, you are shiny. So when I got my shiny Zapdos in Dynamax Adventures, I didn't even realize it at first. Like, who are you? What is this? You're not shiny. They really love giving electric Pokemon bad shinies. It's not as bad as Elect Kid, but it's not great. It is not great. I love all the Persona music, but that gets me copyright claimed a lot, so I'm gonna talk a lot over it. Don't claim me! Don't claim me, bro. Did I... Okay. Check the Mander. A mild Mander. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Okay. 3093 for Magikarp. It's so nasty to say 30. 30. How are we already in the 3Ks? Do I mash? Yes. I'm a big masher. Huge masher. I'm slamming both of these buttons. Always. I know it won't get me there any faster, but sometimes you gotta mash. Emboar breaks the mold. No! Meganium and Feraligatr get 2 new, freshly conjured abilities, and what does Emboar get? The boot. For 2025? Hopefully soon, TM. Yeah, as soon as ads are over, we'll watch the trailer. Another modest Magikarp. Another modest Carp. A sassy Charmander. Yeah, we gotta talk about Meg and... I can't wait to see what everybody else's abilities are gonna be. You know what ability they should have given Mega Emboar? What's it called? Supreme Overlord? The ability that King Gambit has. That only King Gambit has right now. I don't think anybody else has it. Where you gain 10+% attack for every fainted teammate. That's just so funny that Meganium and Feraligatr get these custom cool new abilities, and what does Emboar get? Nothing. You get nothing. I saw somebody say they hate fire starters, but clearly not true. You can't say that with Incineroar existing. I'm sorry, you can't say that. You cannot say that. Not with that fella existing. You can't. I don't think seeding affects these games. This isn't Pokemon Emerald. Which hopefully they fix that in Emerald whenever they re-release it. Also, they have not announced compatibility with VA and Home. Is it coming out on the same day as Champions, or are we gonna wait another 10,000 days for it to come out? Alright, chat, shall we watch the trailer? So Champions released a 6-minute trailer today. We're just gonna go over to Hold on. We're gonna go. Oh, look at it. Look at big old, let's just do FireRed resets. I was looking up blinds on Reddit. Ignore me. Okay. Now I got it. Alright, Casino Nights. Let's mute ya. Alright, chat. Are we ready? Okay, it's very loud.
Pokemon battles for everyone!
Pokemon battles for everyone, as opposed to how it was before.
Pokemon Champions! This game is all about battles. Compete online.
Okay, I've already seen. So Tinkaton has her idol. Watch the way Tinkaton moves her hammer battles. Here. God, this is one of the worst main character designs I've ever seen. By the way, we'll get to him. Ugh, please stop putting every character in a skin-tight bodysuit. But Tinkaton has her idol here. She never had it in battle in Scarlet Violet.
There are two ways to obtain battle-ready
Okay, there's
Pokemon.
That character that they didn't show off in the trailer in Pokemon Day.
Transfer your Pokemon from games in the Pokemon RPG series.
Okay, but when?
And the Pokemon Go app.
When can we transfer stuff from ZA, fellas?
Then link the app to this game.
When?
The
same day
is via Recruit.
Recruit.
Choose one Pokemon to recruit once per day.
Who is that?
From a random selection of Pokemon.
Who are these Pokemon?
The second way is via Recruit.
Look at some of these silhouettes. Abra, maybe?
Choose one Pokemon to recruit.
I don't know who that is.
Once per day from a random selection of Pokemon that appear in the game. Recruited Pokemon.
I don't know how to feel about this UI, chat. The UI reminds me way too much of Unite. Derogatory.
After you've gathered your Pokemon, choose 6 of them and form your team.
Okay, so they make sure to have the items displayed. I do like that. They make sure to show you... Oh wow, you could even see the typing of all the Pokemon. I almost thought that was like a Terra thing at first.
You'll be able to see your opponent's team and vice versa. And choose the Pokemon you want to use.
Okay, so this looks pretty much like how it looked with a few extra
Pokemon your
UI bumps in Scarlet Violet.
Then select your own Pokemon to start the battle.
Oh, these two are so hideous looking. I hate these designs. Usually I like Ken Sugimori's designs, but he is not cooking with these two.
By reducing the HP of all your opponent's Pokemon to 0.
It just looks like Sword and Shield to me. Anybody else? Like this big stadium setting just brings me back to Gen 8. Yeah, Mega Meganium!
To power up your Pokemon. The decisions you make could influence the tide of battle.
So Meganium gets a...
With Mega Evolution,
Mega Soul... No! Embor! Chat, what have they done? New Dragon Eyes. New Mega Soul. Mold Breaker. Live Embor reaction. Oh god, Froligator is so hideous.
Pokemon will gain abilities
Don't look at his toilet lid too long. Instant Solar Beam. Instant Synthesize. Oh my god, Synthesis
There are also
heals.
different battle formats. Use one Pokemon at a time in single battles. Or have Pokemon fight 2-on-2 in double battles.
There
are 3 different online battle
Why is every NPC in this game hideous?
In ranked battles,
what's her
test your
problem?
skills against evenly matched trainers.
Okay, I definitely noticed this is a lot faster. Look at the way Duraludon or Chaladon's attack comes out.
And aim for the highest rank.
The Fable went down really fast.
In casual battles, wins and losses aren't recorded, so you can enjoy matches however you'd like. And in private battles, create a room and
okay,
battle
but what about single-player stuff?
There are also in-game online competitions in which you'll battle with preset
you've got to have all
that change every season.
Okay, here we go. VP.
Engage in battles to earn victory points or VP.
Here's our currency, chat.
Here's how to use VP.
VP.
You can swap the moves a Pokemon can learn.
Oh wow, you have to pay for every single little thing, huh? Oh wow, look at the way they lay out the natures.
And more.
Okay, so you can pick between 500 VP for a nature change and an ability change, 250 for a move change.
Can also be adjusted. For example, you could increase attack and speed to boost offense.
So they give you an EV bar that you can fill, which is
raise HP
I feel like we knew this is how they would do this.
Attacks.
Makes it easier to not have to do 252
Pokemon can be
for
easily trained to your liking.
each one, though.
So
that's
try
nice.
Out different ways to battle.
Recruit.
You can only recruit
here's our weird silhouettes.
Per day, but by using VP, you can recruit multiple times. Keep in mind that recruited Pokemon are only available for 1 week.
I hate that. You can only have them for 7 days. It's like
Pokemon
rentals.
Will be permanently added.
They're just rentals. You have to pay more to permanently unlock them.
In the shop, spend VP to purchase held items or Mega Stones for your Pokemon.
2,000 VP per stone.
You can also get clothing.
Jeez, no!
And looks for your trainer.
We've got to fix
Pokeball
this travesty immediately.
And battle music.
You have to pay for battle music? Alright, that's a choice.
A world
the Tyranitar just went for ancient power. Special T-Tar. What's up, everybody? We're watching the 6-minute trailer they put out today for Champions before we get back into the resets.
Available April 8th on the Nintendo Switch system.
Okay, we need to read this. This product contains the Pokemon Champions game, free to start, as well as a set of useful in-game items. You get increased box space, plus 50 Pokemon. Play the battle, trainer battle song from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. What? That's one of the things they're trying to tout? That's so funny. What do you mean? Guys, you gotta get in there right now so you get the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee trainer battle theme. So important. Teammate tickets 30, training tickets 50. I think we're only seeing Switch 1 footage.
Then select your own
by the
Pokemon
way.
To start the battle. Players
looks like
alternate
Rhyperior
turns
has
with
a different
Win
animation when he takes a hit.
All your opponent's Pokemon to 0. If you're in a bind, you can swap one Pokemon for another.
If you're in a bind.
Or use Mega Evolution to power up your Pokemon.
Alright, let's talk about their abilities, chat. Let's talk about the abilities. So, Mega Meganium gets Mega Soul. Uses moves as if Sunny Day is in effect. So, Instant Solar Beam, Synthesis gives you more heal. There's a few different ways that's very good. Now, Meganium still has a lot of weaknesses. There's still a lot of boys that would like to take some chunks out of Meg, like Charizard, Gengar. Metagross would be difficult, although you would have Weather Ball. Solar Beam would affect, or having Sun would affect Weather Ball. Mega Emboar gets Mold Breaker. Yeah, not great. And then Mega Feraligatr, I almost said Dragonite. Mega Feraligatr gets Dragonized, turns normal moves into Dragon type. So I guess that would be like Double Edge. You could have Double Edge now and it does dragon damage. Return, which doesn't exist anymore. Body Slam. Thrash. You could have 2 different types of Outrage with Thrash. Tackle is now Dragon Tackle. That's so fun. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Tackle's a Dragon type. That's so weird. That is so weird. I think those are the only abilities they revealed. Why didn't they give Emboar Supreme Overlord? I think that would have made so much sense. And let's see. I saw some people pointing out a few different things. Spiritomb looks like it has a completely different animation when it gets hit. So they've tweaked some of the animations. I thought this was interesting. First Pokemon game with a secret 4th orange health bar. Alright. PBR, Battle Revolution. I did get a few Battle Revolution vibes. Ugh. I agree with this. This is the ugliest outfit I've ever seen a player character be able to wear. That is... it's so ugly. Why are they so obsessed with these weird bodysuits? Gyarados got a new icon. I think that's it. Did they... Yep, available April 8th. So... Pokemon training, replica teams. So it looks like you can still copy other people's teams. Okay, this is where I wanted to go back to. Ranked, casual, private, online competitions, battle data. Is there really not like...
Or have test your skills against...
a single player thing in here? I thought for sure there'd be single player content. Unless they just haven't talked about it. That has got to be my least favorite outfit a Pokemon protagonist has ever worn. I don't know what's wrong with all the NPCs in this game. They all kind of look... They're all kind of looking a little bit, chopped. But is Klefki supposed to be like her Pokemon?
In ranked battles, test your skills against evenly matched trainers.
Evenly matched.
And aim for the highest rank. In casual battles, wins and losses are...
They didn't really reveal any, I thought for sure there'd be more, like, single-player stuff. Crazy. What if they made the protagonist outfits so ugly because they want you to spend VP and change their outfit? Is that too tinfoil? Is that too tinfoil theory, chat? So I don't know. What do we think, chat? Are we excited for Champions or meh? We'll give it a try. I'll try it when it comes out at launch, just so we can, you know, actually give it a try. Not even a little meh sus. Like the look of it. Money vortex. This is a big gamble for them. I wonder if it'll pay off. Just want box space. And the fact that it comes out on mobile games, how are the signals gonna be? I feel like you're gonna pair up with little Timmy on his phone and you're gonna have the full McDonald's Wi-Fi experience. $85.50 for Squirtle? Oh no. Not sure about all the different battle passes and memberships. Yes. Like I said before, I would rather just pay for a game up front and then that be it. Free-to-play games are always a trap. They're always to get your foot in the door and then they want to charge you for every little last thing. Which is exactly what I was afraid of when they revealed that it was going to be on mobile. I will say the game looks a lot better than when they first revealed it. When they first revealed Champions, it looked... like, it genuinely looked like some sort of early beta. It did not look good. $15.22, nice. It's also been kind of interesting to see the reactions to Champions. I've been on Twitter a bit today, and I've seen people that are excited. I've seen people that are still apprehensive. I've also noticed a lot of people getting angry at, quote, whiners or, quote, complainers for Champions, which is very funny. Poor Embor. I don't even think Embor deserved that. They said this town's only big enough for one good fire starter. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. For Pokemon TCG, I've seen people say, or at least speculate, that this is Game Freak's way of monetizing VGC more. Because if you've been playing VGC for the past few years, well, that's not true. You do have to pay for the base game and then online if you want to participate in the actual game. BP cannot be purchased. How many currencies does this game have? Honestly, that's the worst part about any mobile game. When there's just 500 different currencies, and it's all really confusing and done on purpose. Oh, yeah, I've seen Blissey fighting for his life on Twitter. Because people don't take kindly to anything negative for Pokemon on there. I've seen a lot of people, it does look like you have to grind. If you're not gonna pay, it looks like you have to grind, and I've seen some people be like, Oh, Pokemon fans when they have to play their game. It's like, okay, man. There's reasonable amounts of grind, and then there's, like, Legend ZA grinding. It depends on where the grind scale is. If it's really nasty, I don't want to hear any conversations about, oh, Pokemon fans actually have to play the game. It's just... Oh. That's just such a disingenuous way to... Not everybody has, you know, 900 hours available a day to grind away in a game. But we don't know how bad the grind is yet, so... Yeah, Unite was very bad. I mean, Unite is still, like, nothing has changed as far as that's gone. I think the biggest takeaway for me is that they haven't shown off, like, this was their this is the perfect opportunity to have, like, a battle tower, some sort of Battle Frontier-esque thing where you have single-player competitions that people could go through and challenge. But it looks like it's just multiplayer. Everything about it just looks like it's gonna be multiplayer. And I know their asses are not putting, like, Battle Frontier or any of that in Gen 10, so... Feels bad? Feels bad? Feels very bad? You could lose excellent Pokemon from what you understand. It's FOMO in full throttle. They did say you could transfer Pokemon in. But you would still have to pay VP, I assume, if you want to change their nature, their moveset. It looks like any of that stuff done in Champions, you have to pay, you have to use VP for. If you import your Feraligatr from ZA, which I don't think they haven't confirmed home with ZA, so hypothetically, let's say you transferred your Feraligatr in and then wanted to change its nature, you'd have to pay. You can only get temporarily for a week. That's kind of a bold... Having people use a Pokemon and then take it away from them kind of seems, I don't know. Kind of sus. They just haven't sent when yet. It's going a week later. Yeah, having people separate from Pokemon they use in battle, giving you a week to have it, seems like it's gonna make people, especially like younger fans, upset. Yeah, you need to spend VP to save it. That definitely is like... Oh, you like your Swampert, little Timmy? Pay 2,000 VP, or he's gone forever. Even if you transfer in Pokemon, you can't have held items in home. That's right. So that's an easy way. I think the Mega Stones are going to be the most expensive thing to get. Think of how many Mega Pokemon there are, and they're 2,000 VP each. That's a big number. That's a big number. And the music! I can't believe they're charging us for music tracks. That's super effective on somebody like me, pardon the Pokemon pun, because I love having variety of music, so I would want to buy all the music. They're targeting my ass. You get 400 VP a win. I mean, Pokemon battles are hard. Especially competitive battles, fighting every other, other people. That is not a lot. Yeah, what's the participation VP? Because if you have to win all the time to afford anything, that would suck. Yeah, if you want to buy extra music tracks, you gotta pay VP. Not a competitive player. That's the thing. I think if they had fun single-player content, like Little Cup stuff back, it would get more people into being competitive players. If it's nothing but multiplayer, that's such a missed opportunity. Yeah, Little Cup and all those other different fun things that you had in Pokemon Stadium. Or even some of the different cups they had in PBR, Battle Revolution. Pokemon competitive community is extremely sweaty. That's funny. I always see people saying the casuals in Pokemon are the worst ones. $35, 91 Charmanders, and 31, 21 Carps. When was there never a missed opportunity with Pokemon? That's so true. Yeah, Silver, I don't like the UI. It looks very cheap. I would love to know the budget that Champions received, because that UI looks so cheap. It looks so cheap. Not only do I not like the UI, but I don't like the aesthetics of anything. Any of the characters we've seen so far, any of the human outfits. The arena just reminded me of Sword and Shield. It's like I expect those Pokemon to start Gigantamaxing, not Mega Evolving. What's up, Jason? We were just talking about Champions. We just watched the trailer that they released today. I mean, at least maybe I said Pokopia, my goodness. Different Pokemon game. Maybe Champions will put to bed all the obnoxious Jenning arguments. Maybe we can finally close that one. If gimmicks can battle other gimmicks, no. It seems like they're going hard for the Megas and ZA, and then we'll probably get... I guess it would depend on when Weewoo comes out. I foresee lots of Mega Evolution related formats in the future. The Omni Ring. The Omni Ring looks so bulky and silly. The Omni Ring. Omni Man? Omni Mon. I could see them doing Terra after all the Mega stuff. Female Charmander, she is not shiny though. Ben Tennyson. It'll be interesting to see how long the formats last. I think that's something that has really gotten under every competitive player's skin in Scarlet Violet, because they've just had the worst dog shit ass formats for way too long now. Yeah, there's all gimmicks. I'm sure they'll cycle through them all eventually. If Legends Galar is gonna be real, and they didn't cancel it for whatever reason, then they'll probably do Dynamax whenever that comes out. I don't know when they could do Z moves, though. Everyone's favorite. It would be very difficult to balance, yes. Could you imagine, like, Dynamaxed Mega Rayquaza? That's disgusting. You shouldn't even think about it. It's that upsetting. Which, speaking of Dynamaxing, chat, tomorrow we're gonna bring back our old favorite Dynamax adventures. Back to the lair. From the lab to the lair. Mega your Venusaur, then Dynamax, and then Terra. That sounds like mass chaos. And listen, they're already pretty bad about balancing that, so let's not put too much on their plates. 3,600 Charmander. And we're almost at 31 Carp. Which ones do you think would pair the best, chat? Maybe, like, Dynamaxing and Z-moves out? They're all kind of a bit broken in their own ways. Hey, 31. I don't know why I sounded happy about that. Ooh, hiss. You have to win over 5 battles within a week to avoid losing your Pokemon. Yeah, that will not help people get into competitive. That's what I'm saying. I've noticed, as soon as they revealed champions, there's been so many people who are like, well, I'm not a big competitive person, so why should I care? And I continue to see comments like that. So you think that they would know, or at least attempt to get people who are not big into competitive Pokemon involved, but they just don't seem interested in it. What kind of caliber player is really going to play on their mobile phone? It feels like just children is their audience. So maybe it will be easy to win more than 5 battles. All fun and games until little Timmy brings moody Smeargle or Glalie. And then the fun stops. If you're just starting out, chances are you won't win many battles. I really hope the matchmaking is good. existing VGC players. I've seen people theorize about that. No way of knowing. You know, I'm not sure who plays Unite Mobile. I'm not sure who plays regular Unite anymore. It does not seem to be a very popular... a very popular game anymore. Am I playing both? Yes. LeafGreen is on my Switch 1. FireRed is on my Switch 2. Unite loads like crap on your Switch 1. I laughed when I watched a little bit of Unite at the last championships they had because the game looks exactly the same to me as it did at launch. Like, there's new Pokemon, and I'd have to assume some things are different, but it just really looked like the same game I remember at launch. That same boring arena. Easier than ever to get into VGC, but not super accessible. I think that's a lot on Pokemon. They've never bothered to do like in-game guides or have any sort of thorough explanation about how to EV train in games. You're better off just watching a YouTuber or a VGC player or reading text guides to understand how to play competitive Pokemon than the games themselves help you out. What's up, everybody? If you're just joining, I'm at 3607 for Charmander and 3137 for Magikarp. My golden boy has not shown yet. Completed the Mega Dex. Nice. I like the Pokedex in ZA. Especially that it showed you all your shinies. What's up, Keith? Still bad on Switch 2. Load times still suck. Maybe I liked how much the ZA Pokedex kind of reminds me of Black and White. It's the Pokedex you'd see in a Unova game. This in the online battle ones. Thankfully, you don't have to do many fights in ZA rank to get them if you want them. Which that's another thing we could compare this to, chat. Getting the Mega Stones for ZA Online, very easy. You just have to do 1 or 2 battles, and that's it. It'll be very interesting to see how long it takes to get Mega Stones in Champions, because it looks like it's gonna take longer. And you don't even have to win in ZA ranked. They changed it so you get points even if you lose. So you could just lose your way. If you wanted to, you could just stink up the place and lose every match you fight, and you'd still get them. AFK rank to A. I think some people were genuinely trying to do that. The amount of weird AFKers that we'd always run into in ranked, I don't know what was going on with them. Title farming and AFK farming to rank A. my only guess. Primal Kyogre, Mega Charizard X, Raichu X. That season I used Primal Groudon, Xerneas, and Genesect. My best team. I can't believe Mega Meganium gets instant Solar Beam. That's so fun. I hope Meg gets to see at least some competitive play. But that means, oh man, you know what that means? It means things like Salamence are back, Mega Salamence, and Mega Metagross is gonna be so good, and Mega Gengar is gonna be disgusting again. I think VGC players call some of those like the Big Five. Yeah, the Synthesis heal is crazy. $31.45 on carb. I don't think I ever even Mega Evolved Blaziken and ZA. I should fix that. I should really fix that. Blaziken would have been a fun one to use if I was able to in the last season. Are they going to allow the Primals and Rayquaza back right away? That would be so unfortunate. I don't think whoever at Game Freak realizes that nothing but legendary metas are miserable. Do they think people love legendaries that much? I don't get it. Well, you see, we're doing it for the fans. No, you're trying to find Chansey. Oh, I don't look forward to whenever I eventually get to the Safari Zone. Miss Carp, are you shiny? No. Have no bond with them, and some of them are quite ugly. That's true. My favorite legendary Pokemon, Monkey Dory. I actually did see somebody using Monkey Dory in Scarlet Violet singles when I was watching a streamer earlier. Game Freak hasn't done enough to really punish hard stall players. Do 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 do. Mr. Charmander. Really don't want to be shiny, huh? And that person that was running Monkey Dory, I think they might have also had Wo Chien for Subseed Wo Chien. Which is a very, very evil way to play Wo Chien. So evil. Hope I escaped the lab. Me too. I love the Treasures of Ruin. I really hope we can shiny hunt them in Winds and Waves, chat. Love to be able to catch those in my own Pokeballs. It'd be very tempting to do Lux for all four, though. Just like the Tapus. Although the Tapus are probably better fits for the Luxury Ball than the Brutus Quartet. I almost said the Swords of Justice. There's been too many swords and too much justice. Seriously, why are they in so many Pokemon games? What's up, Cacturn? You had told me that I would have shiny hunted them in back-to-back years. Getting them from Sword and Shield and then getting them from ZA, I would have been like, huh? Okay. I guess. That's random. No justice for Keldeo, of course. No justice. Punishing me for something? Well, considering I'm still very under odds, I wouldn't think so. I did like the Treasures of Ruin a lot. Especially since we didn't get any good legendary group in Gen 8. Gen 8's legendaries and Pokedex is very odd. Maybe because of the DLC. Horse. 2 horses. Psychic Deer. Kung Fu Bear. Horse. Yeah, the Galarian birds. Another group of Pokemon that I would love to shiny hunt in Gen 10. Game Freak. Make yourself look like N. Think they look best in their normal colors. Honestly, I might like Galarian Articuno's shiny the best. It's very nice. Oh, but you see, they can charge people for tickets in Pogo and monetize shinies, so why would they let us shiny hunt them in the games we pay for? Have to buy an extra ticket. $4.43, yeah. Definitely couldn't complain with $4.43. Think they'll be huntable in the 2028 WWDLC? Looks like I'm talking about a wrestling thing. I mean, I want to shiny hunt Cubfu and Urshifu, but I don't at the same time. You know what I mean? Because they have some of the worst shinies ever conceived, ever made. I think Urshifu's boring. I like Urshifu, but I can't blame anybody for not liking it. I get it. I understand. Another modest Mander. If only you were shiny, brother. Mustard. Ugh, what a terrible character he was. Ooh. Some Coliseum music I hear. A modest Magikarp. Still not shiny. Yeah, it is pretty tired at this point, Cacturn, and I did not like Mustard's character at all to tie in with Urshifu. I like Urshifu as a separate entity. Dogi. It's the offensive gradient. I'm telling you, chat, as soon as I can shiny hunt Ogie Dogie, we're doing it day one. I will be there. I want to be number one. Getting the offensive gradient shiny. I'll even... Oh my god. I'll even make my stream setup to match Ogie Dogie's disgusting shiny. It'll be great. It'll be great. Metachan, Makuhita, Lucario, Mienshao. I mean, you could even count like Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Tyrogue, etc. Sock, Throw. I feel like they all fit underneath that umbrella. Ella. The Neurovirus shiny. I think Pyrite's in the playlist. I think it is. Oh my god. I didn't plan this! I didn't plan this song. Playing versus Mustard. That wasn't even planned. That was spooky. The playlist is listening. Listen, Mustard, it wasn't personal. Sir, it wasn't serious. I heard you were talking shit. How I imagine he sounds. Ketchup. I do like ketchup more than mustard. Although I don't mind ketchup and mustard like together on a hot dog or something, that's fine. I like more of like a spicy mustard than just a regular mustard. Yeah, this is just my old YouTube playlist that I used to play when I did a lot of Masuda hunts in Sword and Shield. So it has some old classics on here, like the Isle of Armor soundtrack, for instance. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise an instrument? Honey mustard. Okay, now I do enjoy some honey mustard. Usually not my first choice, but I do enjoy a good honey mustard. Honestly, the worst member of that family is the little shit kid that made the Scam-O-Matic. Why are little children in Pokemon sometimes the most evil characters? I'm starting to see a pattern. You like Urshifu more than the main box legendaries? I agree. I agree with you. I really like Urshifu. Single Strike is my favorite. I was cleaning out. I've been doing a lot of like... I've lost shit like 10 times this week. I can't find anything. I've been digging through drawers and closets and stuff, and I unearthed a... Which heads up, Twitch chat, ads are gonna play. I unearthed a Koraidon plush that I bought when Scarlet Violet came out, and it was like, huh. Oh, I guess. I guess. There's definitely a few Scarlet Violet plushies I bought where it's like, probably would refund that now. I don't even dislike Koraidon. I like Koraidon. It's just I don't have the... He isn't shiny and new anymore. It's also not a Pokemon I ever grew that attached to. Like, I like his design and I like his shiny. But that's kind of where it ends. Oh, Eternatus got shafted. I love Eternatus. Eternatus didn't even get a plush. When they finally release Sitting Cuties for Gen 8, that will be the only plush that Eternatus has ever received. Which, that's a 3rd legendary. Necrozma got a lot of merchandise, even though it's an ugly flop. Eternatus got nothing. I hope they make a Eternamax Sitting Cutie Eternatus. I would pop off. Yeah, they gave it no merchandise. I was so sad. The Gen 8 merchandise was so all over the place. They barely made any merchandise for the Gigantamaxes either. Only Pikachu, Eevee, and I think Charizard ended up getting figures or merchandise. Or plushies. They didn't even make anything for Lapras or G-Max Corviknight or any of that. It's very weird. Oh, and Snorlax. Snorlax got some merchandise. That was like the only one. They only did the Kanto Gigantamaxes. Over 30K. Oh no. Don't like hearing that. Yeah, my friend Malamar. They spent more on that one ad than they did for like the whole game. Tiny male Nidoran, well you came... Oh, for Mankey? That's awesome. I will always prefer box art legendaries being different creatures. I 100% agree with you. I think when they're the same animal, it's just instantly boring. Give me some Groudons and some Kyogres. Or some Xerneas and Yveltal, or even Solgaleo and Lunala. They have a very similar aesthetic, but they're totally different animals, and that works. And then I give a pass to Ho-Oh and Lugia, and I give a pass to to Reshiram and Zekrom. Because that was them going for like yin and yang, which is fun. That's an actually interesting idea. I think a lot of legendary duos just don't have that cohesion or anything really tying them together. Like, you instantly understand the difference between, you know, the yin and the yang, truth ideals. That's what they were going for. They had a clear vision. They had a clear vision for those two. Even Kyurem being like the husk of the original dragon that the brothers had. This doesn't feel like that's something they care as much about anymore. This song is a little loud. A different Monkey Ball song. Resh and Zekrom are your favorite legends. They're a good choice. Reshiram's probably my favorite shiny at the moment. They clearly wanted a like, oh, Koraidon and Miraidon are just little How to Train Your Dragon boys. They're just little guys. I think they kind of suffered a little bit for that. The legendary of winds is Flying Ghost. That would be interesting. We don't have a lot of ghost legendaries. Ho-Oh does have the best shine. Ho-Oh is also not a betrayer like Lugia is. I got shiny Ho-Oh in 15 Dynamax rounds. What a gamer. Timid Charmander, and she's female, but not shiny. They did nothing with Cyclozar. I think that's what kills me. Maybe Koraidon and Miraidon could have had a bit more going on if they just did anything with Cyclozar. They couldn't even figure out how to get people on Cyclozars moving in the open world, which is so funny. Pseudo that isn't a dragon. I hope that as well. Fire, fairy, bug, poison, any of that. I would love to ask them, like, are you making Pseudo's dragon every generation on purpose now? Is that something you're actively, like, doing? If the Pseudo is a dragon in Gen 10, then I'm just going to assume yes. They used to have 2 Pseudos in Gen 3. That was the last time we got a non-dragon with Metagross. Need another Volcarona. I thought we were gonna get one when Frostmoth came out, but LOL. Not quite. Be shiny? I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I want to say yes, but like I said, that's just a guess. Gen 5 is when they started, Black and White is when they started doing more aggressive locks. When they started locking. I don't know. Demote some Pseudos and promote other Pokemon. Who would you promote as a new Pseudo? I feel like Gen 3 has a lot of candidates. You're also 45 hours in? Oh no, Charmander's betraying. I've seen Magikarp, I've seen Squirtle betray, and Bulbasaur's betrayed a few people. Why the starters gotta do it like this? Aggron, Exploud, Hydrapple. They kind of did Hydrapple extremely dirty. I thought when they were gonna make Hydrapple, they were gonna lock in and make an Applin evolution that wasn't anything more than mediocre. But, no. 24K over 2 switches? That is so evil. You betrayed him. I was the betrayer. Haxorus? Every time we talk about Haxorus not being a pseudo, somebody's like, wait, he's not a pseudo? Afraid not. The Mega Starter abilities, I'm very excited for Meganium. Seems like they actually cooked a little bit with Meganium. Emboar having a recycled ability is lame, and I don't know how much for Alligator's new ability will help it out, but I guess at least it's a new ability. That about Emboar, though. All he can do is break the mold. Female Charmander, she is not shiny. The Eevee in Gale of Darkness. I want to do a shiny hunt in one of those games at some point. It's on the list. Here we go again. That's how I feel every time I go live with this. Still stuck in here, huh? They treated it as a pseudo. That's so funny. Haxorus gets to pretend. He gets to pretend. I'm gonna look up that for a second. I think Reckless increases the power of recoil move. So I think regular Emboar would do more damage with like Flare Blitz than the Mega Evolution with Reckless. That is... poor Emboar. Yeah, regular Emboar hits harder than Mega. Thanks, guys. Your dragon type pseudo? That would be... What would that even be? I was gonna say interesting, but not really. Not really. Be like, oh, okay. I think that's one thing that definitely made me less excited. I don't hate Baxcalibur like a lot of people do, but him having Kyurem's typing, when we were learning about all the leaks before Scarlet Violet came out, and I saw Ice Dragon, it was like, oh, well... Because we already had Zekrom typing with Miraidon. If they're gonna make it dragon type, at least pair it with an interesting, not done type. Toilet Gator is a dragon. It sounds like we're talking about some sort of like final boss in Florida. Have y'all heard the legend of the Toilet Gator? No, we're just talking about a Pokemon. The legend of the Toilet Gator. I hope they do either some abilities, an item, or some sort of move for ice types in Gen 10. Because because they need help. They're in crisis. Unless you have the stats of a legendary, like, Glastier, good luck. If you're ice type. Or you're something like a Alolan Ninetales who has a lot of tricks with its ability that it can combo with. 3190 Magikarp. When have they not been in crisis? They've been in crisis for so long. 3660 for Charmander. Oh, Qianpao is so strong. I think Qianpao is the strongest of the Ruinous Quartet. And then maybe Ting Lu and then Chi Yu and Wo Chien. How I would tier them. I guess it depends on if you're talking like VGC or singles. Yeah, Meganium would really benefit from growth, but it doesn't learn growth. Just like it doesn't have Moonblast. I almost said Moonbeam. What the hell? Moongeist Beam. Charmander and Shiny. Your rival is a Squirtle and Shiny too. Nice. Gotta keep up with the rival. Mamoswine. I miss when Weavile was still good. Anybody remember those days? I was assuming they were talking about an IRL rival. Female carp. Not shiny. A better Sobble. I hope we need the water starter in Gen 10 to be not terrible. I can't handle any more Quaquavalls or Inteleons. Okay, Quaquaval can be used in very niche situations. But not, you know, not great. I loved Weavile. Weavile was one of my favorite Pokemon to run back in the day. Shiny is a pink. Honestly, you know what? Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I was about to jack Salazzle's shit. I was gonna say Gekor could have a white shiny. Maybe if they inverted Gekko's colors for the shiny, that would look nice. Sneasler. Weavile was pure. Sneasler has evil intent. Direclaw. I just know whoever programmed in Direclaw decided on that move and its effects that they laughed when they programmed it in. They were like, turned it into the RNG Pokemon. You want Brout to have a red shiny? I hope the shinies for Gen 10 are just across the board better than they were in Gen 9. Least fun you've had. Smeargle. Competitive darling, but playthrough Pokemon, it is not. It took me so long to get Belly Bolt shiny in Scarlet Violet. That was one of those Gen 9 shinies that took so long to show up. But it was way nicer than getting Tadbulb. I've seen a few people do gray. I've seen Pon Bomb and Gekwa with gray shinies. I think that could work. Rather use a Shuckle in a playthrough than a Smeargle. I have a core memory of trying to use Smeargle in Gen 2. I don't remember what I was trying to go for, but I couldn't get the timing for Sketch correctly. Or the NPC Pokemon would go for something completely different. And I would sketch the wrong move and then have to turn my game off and try again. I think Meowscarada's shiny is one of the most disappointing shinies out of Gen 9. The mask not turning white. What are we doing? I hate when they turn orange shinies into that nasty kind of red color too. They love doing that. Or pink. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it looks red. 3200 Magikarp. I hate orange Magikarp too. Where is gold Magikarp? Game. This is the worst wild battle theme until Paldea. This is not a very good one. This would not be high on my list. I probably put this on here right when Gen 8 came out. That's how old this playlist is. I hope they get better with the route music in Gen 8. That's one thing I think they've been kind of bad at lately. Everybody wants to mimic Breath of the Wild's like atmospheric, low-key, piano key soundtrack. I think the only time they've successfully tried to pull that off was in PLA. Because the time would change depending on the day, which I like that. Talking about poor... I think it's because they made 2 brand new abilities for Feraligatr and Meganium, and Emboar didn't get anything new. Also, Mold Breaker, I mean, it's not the worst ability in the world, but it definitely doesn't help Emboar out much at all. I hate Orange Charmander. It's true. I do. It breaks the mold. Emboar's breaking the mold. Breaking the mold. But yeah, it basically allows you to bypass abilities. Certain abilities. Let me see if I can find an example. Pokemon with Mold Breaker can use a ground-type move to hit a Pokemon with Levitate. Yeah, that explained it better than I could have. You can hit Mimikyu on the first hit. Yeah, stuff like that. I think he should have been given King Gambit's ability to gain 10% for every fainted ally, Supreme Overlord. I mean, Emboar and King Gambit even have similar aesthetic. That could have absolutely worked. Anticipation. Anticipation is just terrible. I mean, every time you send out a Pokemon that has Mold Breaker, it says they're breaking the mold and it doesn't ever provide you with an extra explanation. So if you don't go and seek it out, the Pokemon loves that. They love having a terrain and then it's, instead of stating what it does, it says the field just got weird. The battlefield got weird. Like, okay, wow, guys, thanks for laying it out. That really tells me everything I needed to know. It got weird. It shudders in anticipation. I want to say, like, doesn't Muna or Musharna get it? I remember seeing it in, like, Dynamax Adventures. It's like giving your legendary Pokemon pressure. Notice how most modern legendaries never get pressure. Because it ain't good. Pokemon with Flash Fire tend to resist fire. That's true. And like I said like 5 minutes ago, Emboar with Reckless, its hidden ability, regular Emboar with Reckless is stronger than Mega Emboar with like Flare Blitz with recoil moves. Toilet bowl design. I wonder that every day, actually. Let's take the best starter we've ever made and fuck his shit up, fam. I loved seeing people use Heatran in ZA rank because that was such an easy Earth Power Earthquake. What is Mega Heatran gonna have? What type of ability are they gonna give that monstrosity? I don't know if I should be excited or scared or a combination of both. I have anticipation. I'm shuddering. Earth Eater? Ooh, that would be crazy. Intimidate? You'd be cramping Incineroar style too much. Drought. Turn him into Groudon. The Melmetals. That was so funny. Slow start. Give it Defeatist. Truant. I would love to know their logic behind designing Defeatist. Why that exists? Guys, what's up with that? Did you really need to just shoot Archeops in the head the second you crafted him? You made a beautiful fossil boy, and now let's give it the worst ability known to man. Heavy metal. No! Archeops did not deserve that. It's the type of ability where it's like, why would you design this? Where they're like, well, we have to have a balance of abilities. We have good abilities and we have bad abilities. Like, who wants bad abilities? A disability. When have none of the fossils were even good? Like, even if Archeops had a semi-competent ability, I still don't think it would be that remarkable. Did they really think Archeops and Caracosta needed to be, like, shut down? Talking competitive-wise, chat, not design-wise. I mean, look at Mega Aerodactyl. Is that sad sack ever doing anything? No. The only time they ever made fossils good was Dracovish. Which is kind of messed up if you think about it. Took them until Gen 8 to give us good competitive fossils, and it's Dracovish and company. They sure love doing their trolling. Okay, and Grind. That's some sort of fancy brand. Give power to the abomination. See, it is funny. That's why Emboar should have been really strong. Hey, I don't hate Dracovish. I don't hate Dracovish. I don't. I'm not a Vish hater. But it is kind of funny if you think about it. Coffee canisters, tumblers, and shirts. Oh, interesting. Here, I can turn my volume up a little bit. Thank you for saying something. It's hard doing YouTube playlists because every song has a different volume. The Gen 5 elemental monkeys. What will you do, Chad, when they come out with a new Gen 5 thing and there's another monkey? The monkey! There's way worse Pokemon in Gen 5. I'm sorry, but they're Unpheasant's right there. You want more genies? Could you imagine if they introduced like a second set of genies? The monkeys. Docile female Mander. All the monkeys and the gorillas. We do have a lot of primate Pokemon. There's a lot. There are a lot. Excavalier. I think I like a Selgor more than I like Excavalier. But they haven't done anything with either of those Pokemon, which is kind of a shame. Gen 5 is like 4, where, you know, every now and then they'll appear and give that generation a few bones, but for the most part, you get nothing. New surprise Evos like Annihilate and Farigiraf. I'd be down for that too. Swords of Justice are way lamer than the genies. Oh, I saw that, CB. I love the Surskit. Underrated friend. An early bird better than Rookity? Probably not. Probably not. I would invite them to try, though. I like a few modern Pokemon. I like Talonflame a lot. I like Corviknight was... They really did pop off with Corviknight. Corviknight, too, is incredible because normally that type of thing would really bug me because it's too similar to Skarmory. But it's different enough and they have a little bit of beef with each other, so... Yeah, remember when Talonflame didn't get nerfed when it first came out? That boy was crazy. I saw Spidops was on Bulbapedia's like least searched up Pokemon list, and I was like, what the frick? Actually, I think it was Dewpider. I think Dewpider was very low on the Bulbapedia list. Dewpider's such a silly little guy. That's sad. I liked every spider Pokemon until Spidops showed up. But besides him, big fan. Big fan of Galvantula, Ariados. Is Golisopod a spider? I do like Golisopod. An invertebrate. I think Bug is honestly one of the types I see people praise the most. Everybody has like one bug Pokemon that they love. Is Wimpod a silverfish? I thought it was like a little isopod. Hence the Golisopod name. Also, speaking of Paris, chat, I saw some devastating art of Paris on Twitter the other day. Paris, one eye looking at its friend Bulbasaur and the other eye getting taken over by the parasite. That's so dark and sad. He's like crying. My goodness. Poor Paris. I think because Paris has some really sad dialogue in Pokopia. Brutal. Since they run off quickly. Ugh, gross. Gross. Good contender for one of Minecraft's ickiest enemies. Silverfish. Orbeetle. I actually really like Dottler. I think Dottler is kind of underrated. He reminds me of a Sonic Badnik. Like, you'd step on him and a little birdie would pop out because he would go poof. Ooh, Senti's another good one. Gen 8 actually had some good bugs. Listen, you could say a lot about Gen 8, but it gave us Senti, it gave us... I like Blipbug too. I've always said Blipbug seems like the mascot of like a math game, an edutainment game. Like Putt Putt or Pajama Sam. And we also got Snom! We got Snom in Gen 8. Gen 8 had some good buggies. Clobbopus. Clobbopus is a funny little guy. Great shiny, too. Anytime I see Blipbug, it's like, that guy should be teaching your kids how to do, like, 2 + 2. Scyther? Oh, Scyther's a classic. #1 fave is the Vikavolt line, especially the bus. We love Charge-a-Bug. Blipbug teaches typing. Ledian, I hope they do something for Ledian in Winds and Waves. Please. Give Ledian like a Annihilate or a Farigiraf. I need to see them do something for that Pokemon, please. Scyther and Scizor would be your favorite. Those two would definitely be high on my list. Sounds like a mascot. I wonder what Scoliopede's Mega will get for ability. I would love to see that armored horse bug go somewhere. Red Scizor, blue Heracross. I think they know Heracross is there. I mean, honestly, all of those bugs are in so many Pokemon games. Scyther, Pinsir. Heracross is usually around 3,700 Charmander, chat. We're getting up there. Sitting key. I love those. I love those accounts. Also, my bitrate's dropping, chat. Hold on. I love those accounts. I follow so many of them. They're joyous. They're a delight. Okay, looks like it's back. Butterfree and Beedrill, such classics. I really like Beedrill Shiny. Beedrill Shiny is an elite green shiny. That's what you should do. That's like getting your algorithm to show you nothing but the Japanese accounts who dress up their sitting cuties. That's what you really want. That's the way to win the algorithm. There's actually a huge Heracross Japanese fan on Twitter, and I think he has... It's interesting watching some of the Japanese accounts because they like to buy the same plush. If your Pokemon doesn't get any merchandise, they'll buy the same plush like 50 times. So this guy just has like 50 sitting cuties of Heracross. $32.33 for Magikarp. Oh, one of my favorite bugs, chat. Venonat. Venonat and Venomoth. Venonat was the first shiny I got when Blueberry came out. I basically walked out of the door, and to my left, there was a shiny Venonat. Danganronpa, yes. You hear correctly. I tell you the song name, but it's all in Japanese. Genesect? Genesect's a fun one. I actually had fun using Genesect in Ranked. He was neat. It gave me a new appreciation for him. Flying normal? Corvisquire you think would have been flying normal, but no, he's just pure flying. Exactly 100 bug-type Pokemon? I would have thought there'd be more. I assume water has the most Pokemon. It's like water, flying, normal. Some, maybe grass after that. Banette, oh that's fun. Hate doing the dishes. Dishes are icky. Understandable. Water than normal, that sounds right. Never got Feebas. The way they did Feebas back when it came out in Gen 3 was genuinely evil. Me and my friends, when I was in 5th grade, we were all looking for Feebas, and I actually had one of my friends, he found one, and he traded it to us. That was the only way I got Feebas. One of my friends got lucky. Sparkling Skylands OST. It reminds me of something Toby Fox would make. It has parts of it where it's like reversed. I like it though. Modest Charmander. Not shiny. There's ways you can determine where your tile is for Feebas, right? When they re-release Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, I might have to genuinely give that a try. And Modest Magikarp. I mean, having Shiny Milotic and original Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. $210 hours in the lab. Oh no. I think I'm probably about like 50. What's the worst chore? I mean, honestly, dishes. Especially if there's other people's dishes in there and not just your own. You have to touch other people's slimy food particles. Yuck. Maxing its beauty so it can evolve. That's right. Not only do you have to catch it the old-fashioned way, you have to evolve it the old-fashioned way. Cleaning tiles. $37.10. One of my favorite Sonic Adventure 2 songs. Getting the gold symbols at the frontier. I should do it. Especially if Champions isn't gonna give me any sort of like single player content. Another female Charmander. This one is Quirky. She's so crazy. I love her. Shiny Hunt legendary Pokemon other than Deoxys and the birds? Yeah, probably. Ho-Oh and Lugia. I mean, Lugia would be new. If I got Lugia shiny, it would be a new one for me. Another Modest Magikarp. The Suicune. I just want to get out of the lab. We're talking like super endgame stuff. I can't even get out of Oak's lab right now, chat. Haven't seen the sun in days, weeks. One in full odds before the 1 in 100 Lugia. Dynamax Adventures can betray, unfortunately. They can betray big time. A berry haul, big haul donut? Oh no. I had worse luck with the berry donuts than I did for the Alpha 3 Type 3 donuts. Timid. I keep rolling great natures. Doesn't matter though when they're not shiny. Go over the 1 in 100 odds. Again, speaking of Dynamax Adventures, chat, we'll be back tomorrow with Dynamax Adventures. Haven't done one in a little bit. Figure we might as well slot one in, see if I can get another shiny. I finished up the Lake Guardians with Azelf not too long ago. You are not shiny, Magikarp. That's right. We were talking about GameStop when Azelf showed up. That's right. I just need... Who do I need left? If I get Articuno, I'll have all the birds. Lugia would pretty much lock in most of my Gen 2 shinies. I think I only need 1 or 2 more. Palkia would be so nice to have done. Mostly because fighting Palkia in Dynamax Adventures is unfun. Bad. Solgaleo, and then the three UBs I'm still after. Nihilego, Celesteela, and Guzzlord. A Beast Ball on Kyogre? Yes. Hey, whenever they re-release Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I still won't have Love Balls in that game, so I'll have to catch it in something else. Coffee Sinistea. I wouldn't be surprised if they release a coffee Pokemon at some point. I'd almost say I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner. Yeah, they need to refresh some of the Gen 7 ones. We're probably due for 8 soon. Now that I think about it, it's been a decent amount of time since the Gen 7 release for the Sitting Cuties. Eternatus' first plush. So proud. Urshifu's Sitting Cutie is gonna be really funny. Lucario. I like Lucario shiny. For the bit. It's 22. 30. Why do I keep reading the numbers backwards? I'm trying to manifest the earlier shiny that never happened. Toxel. Are there any weird ones that they have to release for Gen 8? Oh, I love Sky Sanctuary. It's such a classic. Runerigus, you're right. Galarian wheezing would look very funny. They gotta do Obstagoon. Oh yeah, Phalanx. That's probably gonna be like 30 bucks. They've raised the price every time they've released a new gen of Sitting Cuties anyway, so Phalanx will probably be like 30 bucks. What if they just gave you one? Just one guy. Oh, that's right, Alcremie. Are they gonna have all the variants of Alcremie? Can you imagine how much money you'd have to spend just to get all the Alcremie flavors? They've released some Alcremie plushies in the past. Like, I have the lemon one. That's my favorite Alcremie flavor. Limon. Yeah, they didn't do Minior. I thought for sure they were going to do all the different colored Miniors, and they didn't. Modest Mander. Eight consoles. It's a bit much for me. I could barely control two. $63 Alcremie. I'll buy it at a high price. Let's do some math, chat. They're probably gonna be like 17, 18 bucks, but let's be a little generous and say they're 15. You'd have to spend almost $1,000 to buy every single Alcremie if they made them. It'd be 945 bucks plus tax. Wow. I know some people when they started releasing the Sitting Cuties, I think people like Poker Beach were collecting them all. You have to have like a mansion to store those all in. I have to assume that you are very wealthy if you're buying every Sitting Cutie. That's a lot. At least you get free shipping. They'd have to do Galarian Darmanitan in Zen form too, I think. Did they make Zen form Darmanitan? I want to say they did. Oh, you know who'll be a really cute Gen 8 Sitting Cutie? Sizzlepede. Little bacon bug. That'll be super cute. Miss Carp? Not shiny. Also, heads up, Twitch chat ads are gonna play. Adge warning. A rarer shiny. They kind of attempted something like that in Sword and Shield with the square shinies. Then they kind of never followed up on that. They brought that back. They made that for Sword and Shield and then never followed up with it. So it seems like something they've thought about. Another modest carp. The modest Magikarp. The first Galarian sitting cutie to sell out. Scorbunny, maybe? Cinderace? Who else? Who's a really popular Gen 8 Pokemon? If they do make all the Alcremies, then there probably won't be a ton of them. Maybe Alcremie would sell out. I was shocked and appalled because when they released Gen 7, Delmai sold out. I remember going to buy Delmai's and he wasn't there, and I was like, oh my god, they actually sold out of Delmai's. I don't think they made a lot. I don't think they predicted how popular he would be. Dragapult. Yeah, maybe Dreepy or Dragapult would sell out, yeah. They haven't done a life-size plush in a hot minute. It's giving my hands a break. Oh, you got the Joltik sitting cutie. That's a good one. I've been waiting for them to bring back the Rotoms. I forgot to... I never got Rotom Frost back when they released Gen 4, and now he's just gone. He's not even listed there anymore. It's like, oh no. Oh no. Bring him back. Bring him back this instant. Alright, chat, 1 second. Alright. Surely I'll get the shiny now, right? Did Urshifu get one? Urshifu? They haven't made Gen 8 yet. Urshifu got a little bit of merchandise. Nothing I'd really write home about, though. Again, the way they made merchandise in Gen 8 was kind of weird. Another modest Charmander! The game is mocking me. The 8th gym battle in Pokemon White. Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, they'd have to make Cursola. If they made Gen 8 Sitting Cuties, they have to make Galarian Corsola and Cursola. They make a separate one for Rapid and Single? Yeah, they have to. That's what they did for the plushies. I have a Single Strike plush. And then Cubfu will get his own plush too. Come on, Magikarp. Oh, I accidentally scrolled up to Bulbasaur, saw the blue frame and got excited for a second. But no, that's my Bulbasaur I've had for a while now. Games. Games. Oh yeah, how is Calyrex Ice and Shadow Rider gonna look? In sitting cutie form. They're gonna be so... How will they... I don't even know. How are they gonna look? How do you fit Calyrex's big ol' head on those horses? Definitely not gonna be a plush that stands up straight. I don't... Hold on, I'm thinking. I don't think they actually released a lot of merchandise for Calyrex. He got a plush. But as far as like Ice and Shadow Rider go, I don't think he got anything. Cuffin. Copper Raja's sitting cutie is gonna be so square. Somehow more square than Rotom Frost. A new Reggie? I hope not. Do we really need another new Reggie? How many Reggies do we need to have? Regigrass. 10 Reggies. I got 10 Reggies. What if they just started making Reggies for every type and they outshine the Eevees? Oh yeah, Berserker's sitting cutie would be very funny. Galarian Meowth too, that's a big fluff ball. Reggie Pool Toy Tube. Reggie Tube. Yeah, I'll accept a Lecky, but I am not a big Reggie Drago fan. Reggie Ghoul. Reggie Ghoul. What would he be, like a giant tombstone or something? Or like a Reggie, but he's a Zom. Brains. Houndoom, that's fun. Lecky has a better design, Drago has the better name. Reggie Drago breaks my own principles. Like, I think it's fine to acknowledge Charizard as a dragon, even though he's not dragon type. Charizard X, I know. We're not talking about Megas. But then when they use Charizard as like the basis for the dragon part of Regidrago, it's like, well, maybe you should use an actual dragon type. You're breaking my principles, Regidrago. 2 Pokemon I still need to shiny hunt, by the way. Actually, I still need all of the Regis. They're the only major group of legendaries I haven't made any progress on. And unlike the Swords of Justice, which were very fast, affected by the charm, and easy peasy, how creamy squeezy, the Regis are full odds in Sword and Shield. So I don't look forward to it. Almost willing to wait and see if Gen 10 has something for the... that's true. It's true, but at the same time, they were so brutal with how many shiny locks they got away with in Gen 9 that now I'm, like, scared. Logically, you think, yes, we'll be able to shiny hunt them in a future game. But they were just so nasty. So nasty. About all the locks that they had in Scarlet Violet. It's just, ugh. You'd think, right? You would think. Because I remember when we were at the tail end of Sword and Shield saying, oh, maybe we can shiny hunt Zacian, Zamazenta, and Urshifu in Scarlet Violet. No. You can't be thinking stuff like that, little booper. Mega Soul onto Charizard. That would make Charizard a fun teammate. They've burned me before, chat, so I'm not willing to I don't trust that way anymore. People do buy games for shiny hunting. When Blueberry came out, there were so many people I saw both in my chat and other places that said, well, if I can't shiny hunt the legendaries, then... You know? You buy it for shiny hunting. My chat and what I see online is a very small sample size, but I'd like to think that, yes, they did lose out on some sales for the aggressive shiny locking in Scarlet Violet. At least with the DLC. I'm almost kind of glad they were locked too, because the way they implemented them was an atrocity. Mr. what was his name? Snacksworth? And they just plopped him in the world without much thought. And here's my essay on why Dynamax Adventures is the GOAT. Only be shiny hunted in FireRed and LeafGreen. Deoxys. Deoxys is a good example. Rainbow Rocket was pretty fun. I don't know if I'd say that. Lazy fan service. Shameless pandering, maybe. A full shiny Dex in FireRed? Probably several years. Depends on how many checks you're getting. I've seen people who have shiny hunted Pikachu in Viridian Forest take several years. It's really funny when people hate on modern Pokemon games, but then love suck up Gen 7 stuff as if the cracks weren't already there. I mean, they've been there since X and Y, but... Rainbow Rocket is a whole lot of nothing. Do you remember that character and did you clap? That's all it is. Giovanni's not there to say anything, do anything fun. He's there because you remember him when you were a child. You remember Gen 1, chat? You remember Gen 1? They do that so much in Sun and Moon. So much. RNG manip is easy. Just go use PK Hex at that point. Just a bunch of empty rocket floor puzzles taking you to one boss who you fight. They say a few lines and that's it. Gen 1 pandering is bad except in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. No kidding. No kidding. Classic Gen 7 stands for ya. Reggie Espresso. The highest rated game of the year on Metacritic. Don't tell the Crimson Desert fans that. Asking an honest question. I was not directly addressing you. Reggie C. Reggie C. Reggie Do. Reggie don't. The bravest of Magikarp. And a timid Charmander. I'm rolling so many decent natures, but man. What's up with that, chat? What's up with that? Oh! Speaking of Gen 7, am I right? I still think Gen 7 would lend itself very well to a Legends game. I think that format could work for them. But I don't know when we're gonna see 7 again. Yep, that was Rockruff. I love Alolan Mons. There's one thing I can confidently say about Gen 7. I actually think Gen 7 is one of the few gens where the Pokemon in it, it really feels like they did their homework. The Pokemon all feel like they would exist in like a Hawaii land. They feel appropriate. Z powers? Oh yeah, Z. That's just a problem with that generation in everything. Z moves being again, before Gen 7, they were very afraid of Yokai Watch. They were very afraid of Yokai Watch, and a lot of the stuff I can't stand the most about Gen 7, they unfortunately did in reaction to that, so you hate to see it. Yeah, hate to see it. Pulverizing pancake. Pokemon used as slaves. Be serious. Be so for real right now. I do think people are vastly overestimating how much Game Freak cares about Pal World. Pokemon is on top of the world right now. They were kind of, I don't want to say struggling, but they were in a downturn during X and Y era. Before Pokemon Go came out. Hence the knee-jerk reaction with all the Yokai Watch stuff. I don't think Pal World has ever affected them in that way. Is Yokai Watch still a thing? No, I think it's dead. Sun and Moon are turning 10 years old this year? Wow. I felt that way when X and Y turned 10. Good? Good as in how good? Good as in what type of good? Yeah, Yokai Watch dying is solely on the company that owned it. They could have absolutely have done more with that property. Pokopia level? No. I mean, I still think Let's Go... Oh, you mean in terms of hype? No. Let's Go is definitely popular, and I bet it converted some Pogo players. But I don't remember there being that much hype. That ever really challenged Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! A few years ago, I would have said it's kind of like a console wars thing where Pokemon is Nintendo and then the other two just shit themselves and die. But Yu-Gi-Oh! and Digimon are doing better these days. They definitely compete for stuff like card sales, but yeah, they're kind of in their own little bubbles at this point. Let's Go introduce the overworld spawns. That's so weird to think about. That they're responsible for that. Digimon better show than Pokemon? Yes. Especially like Tamers, Adventure, even like Data Squad, or Savers if you want to be a weeb. Beyblade fans. Let it rip. It's kind of interesting watching all these brands that so many of us grew up with, trying to figure out how to navigate both by staying relevant with kids but also being popular with the audience that's now adults. That's why Pokemon has continued to be just king. Monster Rancher. From downtown. I want to say I saw some Beyblade stuff for sale not too long ago. Bakugan fans. Dinosaur King. Where's Fossil Fighters? PLA was for slightly older. They said that as much in the Terra leak too. Which is why it always confused me that ZA had like a 2-hour tutorial section. Aren't these games for older audiences? Summoning creatures by dice stones? That sounds vaguely familiar. Pokemon always tries to have its cake and eat it too. They want to appeal to everybody. They want little Timmy to play and have fun, and they want old Tammy to also play and have fun. And I don't think they're always successful at pulling that off, but for the most part, yeah, they're pretty successful at it. A-Drive is making his own game. That's the path for all wealthy, successful YouTubers after a while. They get bored and they want to either make a TV show, animated show, or a movie or a game. They all do that. Well, I've always wanted to be a director. I've always wanted to... Merch Plus. Is that the YouTuber form of a midlife crisis? Watch my animated pilot. Whoever did the writing for Gen 5 needs to come back. I wish they'd get a little bit more consistent with it. Buy My Sweatshirt evolved into Buy My Indie Game. The only indie game I can think of is Angry Video Game Nerd's game that he released. To say something nice about Gen 7 again, I liked the writing in Sun and Moon for the most part. Sun and Moon, we're not talking Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But then they came out with Gen 8 and did a horrendous, ginormous mile step backwards as far as story quality goes. So, I don't know. Depends on what writing crew we have for WiiWa, I guess. Cutie Pie had a game. We had characters like Leon. That's too convincing, Justin, what you just typed. Somebody would say that. Ooh, my favorite Kirby song. Or one of my favorite Kirby songs. If you haven't played Kirby in the Forgotten Land for the Switch 1 or Switch 2 chat, highly recommend. Great game. That Kirby fella, big fan. We had characters like Leon. Isn't it funny how we got lost all the time? I haven't played the DLC yet, but that's because I haven't wanted to pay for it. I haven't wanted to pay for it. It's like 20 bucks. Frick. I'll get to it at some point, I guess. You play a game like Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and you can just feel how much fun the devs had. I love when you play games like that. When you play a game and it's like, yeah, I just know these people had fun. I know they had fun. I know the designers had fun. I know the devs had fun. I know the people who wrote and produced the music had fun. Sevi Islands DLC. They get 2 drinks at Starbucks. No, that's too convincing too. That's such a like a boomer ass argument. Well, maybe if you'd stop with your avocado toast, you'd be able to buy a house. You sound like you're like 75 when people say that. I mean, it's kind of hard to stomach. Like, I already paid, what, 60 bucks for the game when it came out? 60, 70, 80? It's like, sheesh. Not cheap, not cheap. Okay, boomer. Alright, where are we? So we're at 3308 for Magikarp, and for Charmander, we are about at 3779. We're still stuck in the lab, and we're still in the Pokemon Center for all eternity. $60 at release? No. How much did Game Boy Advance games used to cost? 30? Were they 30? 30, 35, 35? Yeah, were they 35? It's funny because I was a kid, so I didn't buy them myself. It's hard to remember. It is hard to remember. That's, what is this, some Duel Links music? $40 to $50 CAD. Hard to think about games being that cheap anymore, huh? Good luck with getting out, thank you. I hope we can leave soon. Islands DLC for Gen 5. That would be cool. Change the color, what letters? Mystery Dungeon Red costing more than Mystery Dungeon Blue at a time. That's messed up. That's so funny that they tried to try that. They tried to do that gimmick with the Mystery Dungeon games. Oh, you want to buy both versions, huh? But one was on the DS and one was a GBA game. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We are still trapped in Professor Oak's lab. Will we ever see the sun again? I actually think I only ended up buying Blue Rescue Team. And I never played Red until they brought it back on NSO. And they never tried that with any other Mystery Dungeon games. That was it. They never tried it again. Yeah, both cases I'm inside. In hindsight, I probably should not have done Magikarp right after Bulbasaur. And done an encounter hunt, but... oh well. I'm in too deep now. I can't quit. I can't leave. And again, LeafGreen is on my Switch 1. My old Switch 1. It was so nice to have this, this is a repeat song. Let's do Green Forest. From my boy Deoxys Prime on YouTube. LeafGreen is on my Switch 1, and FireRed is on the Switch 2. Another Modest Charmander! I have rolled so many Modest Charmanders tonight, chat. What is happening? What is happening? Miss Amanda. Not modest enough to be shiny. I think he is trolling me. I think he is. Oh, I hate that you can't, once you hit A in the recap, you can't skip it. They're like, oh, did you forget to hit B? You gotta see the whole recap then. No! Everybody's rolling modest Charmanders. Rolling a lot of ladies tonight, too. A lot of female Charmanders. Using her for the trait evolutions. I should probably catch Staryu and then trade it to myself and FireRed. That would be helpful. Getting close to odds? No, don't say that. Tyler hasn't gotten his Squirtle yet either. No fun for anyone. Adamant and serious Eevees. It's really interesting when you start to notice patterns when you shiny hunt. We're going for a full shiny team. It's FireRed versus LeafGreen, with LeafGreen on top, one shiny to none. You see, I do have this lovely Bulbasaur. There he is. I got him at 443, which was very lucky. And ever since then, Butkus, Diddly, Jack, and Squat. I don't know any odds, do you? Who is this odds person that you speak of? We're gonna do 2 encounter shinies next, though. I've learned my lesson. And we will do 2 encounter shinies next. It'll be easy breezy, in theory. In theory. I really just want to play the game. I love FireRed, LeafGreen. I would love to, you know, go beyond Brock. Love to venture out of that beautiful world of Kanto. Maybe see Misty. Maybe fight Team Rocket, get some nuggets on the bridge. But I can't do that until I get a golden friend. Another modest Magikarp. See Mount Moon. Let me see the sights and sounds of Mount Moon. Only Oak's Lab. What were they thinking? No, I'm gonna go for different teams. So after Charmander, we're gonna go do an encounter Pokemon. And I'm gonna have a target, but if I get something else, then I will accept it. I will not decline any shinies in this game. In either game. I'll take what the game will give me. And that'll go, whichever game wins beats the Elite Four first, basically, with a full team of 6. And then after that is when we can start getting into like Deoxys and Ho-Oh and Lugia, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Etc. Etc. Also, I'm absolutely open to coming back and doing, like, Eevee versus Eevee. I don't think I want to have an Eevee on my team, but we'll do it after the initial playthrough. Or maybe come back and get Lapras, or do more Game Corner shinies. Hit game Pokopia. No, Paris. Don't evolve, buddy. Give him Eviolite. Not Eviolite, Everstone. Yeah, Eevee versus Eevee, Ammonite versus Kabuto, and here's another one that I think would be fun. Hitmonchan versus Hitmonlee. I could do Snorlax versus Snorlax, too. Because I only have to clear one to get through the story, the actual game, so we could keep the other Snorlax up. I gotta mine all the content I can from these games, chat. It'll be a long time before Wiwa. Before Winds and Waves. Enough defense. I like that idea. If Paris is jacked enough, Parasect can't happen. It can't take over. Another one. Do I need to start keeping like a modest Charmander counter? Shit. I can't wait to shiny hunt Mew and Emerald. That'll be hard to do a shiny playthrough of those games because I'm just going to want to beeline it towards Mew. Survive the parasite and remain in control, the good ending. You have good ending versus bad ending. Let's do a double check. I don't think we've done one tonight. Come on, Blue, get your Squirtle, buddy. Good job. We're so proud of you. Double check. Double no. Another modest Magikarp. This game is playing with me right now. Ill intent. Again, tomorrow we're gonna do some Dynamax Adventures, the Return of the Max. Not so recently picked up... Well, actually, no, I'd say it's still recent. We picked up Azelf. Be funny if I got Articuno while I was shiny hunting in FireRed and LeafGreen. Articuno never shows up, though. I always do randoms when I do Dynamax. Because I swear I have more luck with randoms than targeted hunts. But Articuno never shows up. It's like one of the least common Pokemon when we do randoms. Which is sad, because it's pretty easy. I'd much rather fight Articuno than I would Palkia, for instance. Ooh, we're coming up on a good number, Magikarp. 3333. If you feel like stunting. I mean, 443 is pretty nice. Duel Links has such good music. Master Duel does too. Honestly, Konami usually has great music in Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. They don't ever get credit for it, just like Pokemon never gets credit for their good music. But some of those games have great soundtracks. Forbidden Memories, like, they popped off. Make my overlay interesting. Can't these shinies think about the aesthetics? The numbers. Dang it, Magikarp. You soiled it! You soiled it, Magikarp. Ah. Sigh. Konami NES, SNES era had great bangers too. At least it seems like they're more interested in games now than pachinko machines. Bashful. A bashful lady. Yeah, we'll keep going here for a little bit. Was there a pachinko crash? The great pachinko crash of 2022. Still, I don't feel like they've earned back enough goodwill yet. And sometimes when companies stink it for a while and then come back, they can still... What's going on with that character in Street Fighter, chat? Sometimes companies that you think are in their good era can still produce very weird, questionable shit. 87. The bite of 87? I didn't even think about saying that. It just came out of my mouth. I was possessed by Markiplier. Before the pandemic. Interesting. I would have never thought that the COVID probably did eat into a lot of gambling places' revenue. It is not one of the businesses that I ever thought, oh yeah, COVID probably ruined that. It didn't give them a lot of money. But yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Especially in Japan with all those busy, packed-in parlors that they have. What's the right terminology? I'm not a gambler. I don't go here. I only gamble in the game corner, if you feel me. Yeah, they outsource everything. It's so weird to me that Castlevania show doesn't have any Castlevania music in it. COVID leads to Metal Gear Solid 4 finally being released. MGS4 finally here. Thanks. Pandemic? Question mark? Charmander. Another timid Charmander. Wow. I feel like I've rolled better natures tonight than I ever have. Betting, yeah, you're right. Maybe betting apps and stuff probably also really take away from traditional gambling joints. Why risk money on the slot machines when you can guess if there's going to be a new war or not? Yay! The fact that there's athletes that have stakes in some of those companies is mind-boggling to me. Well, I mean, it's not money, of course. But you should not allow players to be in bed with betting apps like that. think it would kind of ruin your sport, but guess not. Led to Kojima being fired. I think it feels like he always had a lot of bad blood with them. I have to imagine it went beyond that. Inside traders have absolutely no shame. True. Address the file, also true. I mean, Kojima seems to be doing pretty good for himself now, so... Now we have athletes all over ads. It's so bad. We didn't know how good we had it before they got rid of whatever law was in place banning sports betting here. I've always heard it's really bad in places like Australia. We didn't learn. Another timid Magikarp. Like the timid Modest Knight. What sports do they bet on in Australia? I don't even know what their like big sport over there would be. Cricket? Anytime there's like a really popular sport, I just automatically assume it's cricket. Can't wait to see how many different subscription services you have to watch basic sports games this year. Koala throwing, kangaroo boxing. They don't like sports, they just like the gambling. "4 weeks now of shiny hunting Charmander, it's taking its toll. I feel you. I absolutely feel you." Also, heads up, Twitch chat ads are gonna play, but they're the last ads of the night. Black Charizard is too cool to not get it. I saw somebody who had their shiny send out Charizard and its back sprite is so nice. Charizard shiny looks great in this game. Beautiful blue eyes. His beautiful blue eyes. My brand. taking a break to go play Pokopia. That's a good idea. I haven't played Pokopia the past day. I need to check back in. And of course, always a good time to take a break, chat. If shiny hunting's really getting to ya, walk away for a day or two and then come back. I mean, if you're really over odds, it's not gonna make that better. But don't torture yourself doing this, chat. It's not worth torturing yourself over. Female Mander. He's not shiny. Man, betting New England in that last Super Bowl, that is insane. That was insane. God, you didn't even have to, like, follow the season very well to know that was a bad idea. Wow. You love the pain. I know some full-odd shiny hunters certainly like the longer hunts, the better. That's not the life that I want to live, but if you want to live that life, chat, go ahead. No one's stopping you. The next check was gonna be the shiny. Are we invoking the mining guy with the diamonds and the pickaxe? He walks away one pickaxe strike away from diamonds. I mean, the Patriots were a decent team. I just don't think they were Super Bowl contenders. Which they weren't, really. If I was a Buffalo fan, I would be so sad. That was your year, folks. The song before this? It sounded like a Sonic song. I lost it. Was it a Pikmin song? I don't know if I have Pikmin songs on this playlist. Battle Revolution soundtrack is so jazzy. Maybe I should play that the day before Champions comes out. Oh, it's Stardew Valley, the mines. This song? Yeah, this is from Stardew Valley. One of the greatest games ever made. Stardew Valley has a lot of very good music. If you've never played it, you're in for a treat. That's a great soundtrack. What's up, everybody? If you're just joining, we're at 38.25 for Charmander and 33... wait for it, 33.55 for Magikarp. Over 600 hours? Okay, that's good to hear. That is a game worthy of having 600 plus hours in it. This is the Pokemon Center outside of Rock Tunnel. Look, I'll go see the sun for a second. Wow, look, Route 4. This Pokemon Center. Now I must go back inside. Yeah, they put a random Pokemon Center up here, for some reason. Guess they thought Mount Moon was too treacherous to travel all the way back through with the Pokemon Center, but then they don't really... Rock Tunnel is pretty grueling, and there's a Pokemon Center right outside of Rock Tunnel. Never mind. Never mind. I understand now. I think I get it. Slowly starting to remember. It'll come back to ya. How do I do the counter? I use my Stream Deck. So I'm hitting a button. Every single time. The train headed to the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. There we got 0.1. How is vitamin D even measured? 0.1 gram. Another modest Charmander. Game. Just make it shiny and my life is yours. Charizard, Vaporeon, Primeape, Articuno, Hypno, and Raichu. That's a good team. So many fun teams you can make in this game. So many good shinies. There's so many shinies that I wish I could fit on the team that I just can't. I just can't. I just can't fit them in. There's too many. Too many good shinies. How you get back in there? International units. I take vitamin D, so I should know that. This one's naughty. I think it's more than 400. See. Actually, no, I would be incorrect. It's 125 MCG, which is 5,000 IU. So yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more than that. And it comes with vitamin K2 for absorption. Wow. Which I don't get a lot of sun, so I am not a booper of the sun. What's the sun? See, I ask myself that a lot. Almost impossible to take too much. That's so interesting. Tells you it's time to go to bed. Water dark. I mean, axolotls don't really want to bake in the sun either, to be fair. I think Booper would be with me on this. Booper would rather be, like, in a cloudy day covered in mud. I understand that. Rain, snow, and fog. Oh, we had a little bit of that earlier. Paldean Booper. Hey, I made a Paldean Booper emote when Scarlet Violet came out. I almost said Sword and Shield. Ugh. I'm so glad we have Winds and Waves instead of another game that starts with S. Sun, Shield, Sword, Scarlet, Soul Silver, yeah. Sins and Saves, Sapphire, yeah. There's a lot of S Pokemon games, chat. Yeah, I'm pretty lukewarm on the starters. For Gen 10, I gotta see what they evolve into. What if they try to introduce a new Pokemon in Champions? I still think those silhouette encounters were weird. What if they introduced a Gen 10 Pokemon that we could use in-game before Winds and Waves came out? Fire Fairy Pombon. You don't want another Incineroar, or Meowscarada, or countless other examples. No Switch 2. Well, the game will come out next year, so you got plenty of time, chat. Also, if you're very patient and you wait, they will likely have a special edition Winds and Waves Switch 2. Which will be cooler than my boring, plain, regular Switch 2. I like Florigato more than I like Meowscarada, actually. A yo-yo is a fun weapon. Miraculous. Simply the best. I miss Nintendo Power. I still have so many of those magazines lying around. My biggest beef with Meowscarada is that her shiny the math doesn't turn white. I thought a white hat magician would have been such a cool shiny. Haven't watched Miraculous Ladybug in forever, neither have I. I was also just at 38.38 and now I'm at 38.39 on yet another sassy lady. First edition of the Switch one. I had I still have. I'm playing it right now. I had the Mario Odyssey one with the red Joy-Cons. There's nothing else special about it. It just came with red Joy-Cons, which I don't even have. I'm not even using. These are third-party Joy-Cons because my Joy-Cons started to drift. And that made me sad. It made me so sad. Gave your video a like, thanks. Tears of the Kingdom Switch. I can't wait to see what the first special edition for the Switch 2 is gonna be. I was gonna say it'd be Winds and Waves, but that game comes out next year, so I feel like we'll definitely get a special edition this year. I just don't know what. New Mario? Another female Charmander. she's modest. Okay, game. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, it's all been fun and games for you tonight, huh, FireRed? Am I legit playing both? Yes. I got one Joy-Con on my Switch 1 for LeafGreen, and then another Joy-Con in the other hand. I can't believe this. Another modest Charmander? Hi, caramba. Yeah, maybe it'll be a Splatoon one. I know Nintendo love... They just love giving Splatoon consoles. Yeah, we watched the trailer for Champions at the beginning of the stream if anybody wants to go back and see our thoughts that we had then. We as in me in chat. You're ready for Sploot 4? What about the Splatoon spin-off game? I figured we'd be getting that before 4. The duck hunt laugh. Charmander goes, "You're too slow." Doing 2 different teams? Yes. We're doing 2 encounters after Charmander and Magikarp. The target after Magikarp is in fact a very similar color to Magikarp. A little bit less good, I guess. And Charmander, we're going a completely different direction. Adamant. Lots of offensive natures tonight, both special and physical attack, of course. No special physical split yet. But I've definitely noticed a lot of offensive natures tonight. My shiny Bulbasaur that I got at 443 is naive. A naive Bulbasaur. I need Nintendo to come back with a new Direct. I saw an article that they're supposedly cutting back the amount of Switch 2s that they're manufacturing, but I don't know if that had a reputable source behind it or not. I mean, that would make sense to me. Especially since we're not anywhere close to holiday. It's nice that Nintendo kept it stocked enough so people didn't scalp it when it came out. I remember before the Switch 2 came out, we were all like, oh no. Are people gonna scalp this? Thankfully, that did not happen. Yeah, their directs are not as fun anymore. They're more corporate. And some of the guys they get for the directs are fun, and you know, it's like, oh hey, it's you again. But a lot of times it's just, they don't do the skits anymore. They just kind of get straight to the point. We don't get the Star Fox puppets anymore. Adamant again! FireRed's feeling feisty. Ishihara. Oh yeah, we're not talking about the Pokemon guys. Our friend Mr. Salaryman, who looks like he sucks out the energy into any room he walks in. The Switch 2 with the staple. That was a GameStop that did that. A lot of useless shovelware. We've definitely gotten like indie directs and partner directs. We need a first-party Nintendo direct. They've shown so little. It's almost gotten me like. So what was the plan for the Switch 2, guys? I mean, they have some games, of course. There's a few of them. But we basically don't know what they're releasing the rest of the year outside of Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi 2. I was kind of interested in Air Riders too, and then it just fell off the face of the earth. I don't see anybody talk about it anymore. That's the type of game that I would buy on sale. I would not pay full price for that, but I would get it for a sale. The Mario sequel movie comes out soon. It is almost April, which is hard to think about. Yeah, it's been a very long time since Mario Odyssey came out. We are so due for a 3D Mario. They should bring back Nintendo Selects. I miss those. Pokopia is definitely moving consoles. How many, I couldn't tell you, but people are buying the Switch 2 for Pokopia. Do another double check. Double check. Double no. I hate that they got rid of gold points. Nintendo acts a lot like we haven't just gotten away from the Wii U. They've made some business decisions that it's just like we can't even have a reward point system anymore. That's too much for you guys. I used to get, you know, a pretty decent amount of money off of new games with the gold coins. I would buy them through the eShop, and then they'd give me my coins, and then I would just use them on the next game and get a few, sometimes almost like $5 off. It was genuinely very nice. I miss their gold coin system a lot. Companies can't let us have shit anymore. Like, I would genuinely start to, you know, build up gold coins and get some decent little discounts going. Yeah, buying DLC, too, is another way that you could rack up some good gold points. Lego World. The chow. Didn't give you no gold points. That sucks. So unfortunate. Nintendo can't let us have a few dollars off of a video game. Illegal. No more fun. That's not even talking about the old Club Nintendo system. Any of you guys remember Club Nintendo? Yeah, the vouchers. I miss Club Nintendo every day. All your points expired. I got a little Mario, like, group figure. Another timid Charmander. What else did I get? I got a blooper fan. Like a Japanese traditional, like, blooper fan. Oh, the gold level statue. I still have it. I still have it. Where it's like all the Mario characters on a platform. Bowser's there, Luigi's there. I have that. I'll tell you the one I was jealous of. Club Nintendo in Europe got the Mario Kart trophies. Like real versions of the Mario Kart trophies. I still want those. They're so cool. I don't think they ever brought them over here, so they were expensive. Also, I never had a shot. You just played this song, YouTube. Great song. Big fan. Here's something else. I think that Mario figure came in like a special like question mark block packaging too. Which was so cool. Double check. Double no. What the frick? I think we'll get... I almost said Charmander. Magikarp will get to 3,400. Squidward window meme. I wonder how much it sells for these days. I remember also getting when Zelda Ocarina of Time came out on the 3DS. I got the soundtrack from them. Don't they have this? Didn't they release a Smash soundtrack too? They released a few CDs through Club Nintendo. Which, this is Nintendo we're talking about. For them to release music like that, very rare. Very special occasion to get them off their asses to release music. I want to say I got like a tote bag, calendar. Oh, when I was still in I think high school, I got the folder collection. So I got like a Mario folder collection for school. What I say, I had like a Chain Chomp folder. Whoa, look at her. She has the Chain Chomp folder. $100? Wow. Oh, Club Nintendo. I miss you. They still have little, like, a little reward shop, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. And you usually have to pay for shipping on all that stuff now. When you redeem something for Club Nintendo, they would just ship it to you. You didn't have to pay for it. Alright, let's do a few more checks, chat, and then we'll pick this back up again. Well, tomorrow we're going to do Dynamax Adventures. It'll be nice to take a break. Maybe we'll see more shiny success in that game. Shipping's like $5 or $7. Oh, I hate paying for shipping. It's against my principles. Which I do open the lobby, and if you want to join during the Dynamax Adventures sessions, then feel free. I've gotten some of my best shinies through Dynamax Adventures. Another modest Charmander. Pay more for an item and get free shipping than pay for shipping? Exactly, exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot Pocket was discontinued. Animal Crossing Pocket. Ocarina of Time with Master's Quest for the GameCube. Oh, that is a good one. I had the Master Quest version, the cart, when I was a kid. Don't have it anymore, because I would trade my games into GameStop as a kid to afford new game. Regret. The full game. That's so cool. That is so cool. GameCube disc. Aw, man. Now I'm jelly. Mario Party 5. Why were they so going hard on advertising that Mario Party game? Is that the one they advertised for in the extra disc you get with Double Dash? $3,400 Magikarp, chat. I can't believe it. 3870 Charmander. Oh, man. Just subscribed and turned on the bell. Nice, thanks. Zelda games usually have good pre-order bonuses, don't they, chat? They're usually pretty good. Unless they're Tears of the Kingdom at GameStop and they offer you a little block of carved wood and you pre-order the game and they don't give you a little block of carved wood. That's when it's bad. Speaking of bad, chat, no shiny tonight. Boo hiss. I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm surprised. Where's my goddamn wood, GameStop? Not only did GameStop not give me my wood, they sent my game late. Tears of the Kingdom showed up after the release date. I still get mad when I think about it. No wood. No wood. Never again will I pre-order a game from GameStop. I mean, never again do I really want to give them any of my money at all, but, you know. This is like a Nightmare Before Christmas song. It's Pegasus's theme from Duel Links. Yugi boy. I say, Yugi boy. No shiny? Well, chat, I tried. And I will try again later on this week. But tomorrow, it's going to be Big Dynamax Wednesday. And I'm excited. We haven't done Dynamax Adventures in a little bit. Pretty much since FireRed LeafGreen came out. We brought it back after ZA came out. And then it kind of took a hiatus after this game came out. But it will be back tomorrow. And if you don't know Dynamax Adventures, I implore you to show up because it's cool. It's a cool way to shiny hunt. One of my best, most favorite ways on any modern Pokemon game. So we will be doing that tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. Thanks for all the follows tonight, everybody. If you're new here, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. And I will be back tomorrow for some more shiny hunting fun. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will get my Mander soon. I hope. Bye, everyone. Bye.